You're my friend, so I have to give you update on businesses. Life is business, everything is business. If you're not a businessman today, you can be a businessman tomorrow. So let me give you an update that's going on right now. I know, and I mean, some of my clients, some of my friends that I'm handling their CAC or company incorporation, or that have handled their company incorporations, and have done their annual filings. They can testify. Then there are some that have not done so, and I want to bring an important message to everyone. Annual returns filing is very, very important for every registered business. Many of the CAC processors, I mean people that process CAC registration or company incorporation, may not tell you that there's something like annual returns. Maybe because they just want to collect the money and register your company, and that's all. But my own service is different because I am here to stay. Tomorrow you are going to ask me, why didn't you tell me there is this, there is that? So that's why I'm bringing this note. Please listen. It is important that every registered business must pay what is called annual returns. Annual returns is a payment you make to CAC. It is not taxation. It is not taxation. It is a payment you make to CAC, Corporate Affairs Commission, where you registered the company, because CAC is the body of the government in charge of company incorporation and company management. So they are the people you pay the annual returns to. What is the essence of annual returns? Annual return is to inform CAC that your business is still functional, or in other words, that your business is still active. It is a communication you tell them, because during the annual return filing, we let CAC know how much the business has turned over in the calendar year and how much the asset of the business still worth. For example, for your business name, you can tell CAC that you returned 20,000 naira as profit, as the whole money coming in and going out turnover over the year, and that your equipment and your assets is worth 15,000. It is just something like that. Then there's a payment you make to CAC in order to accept, process, and acknowledge that you have communicated to them. So that payment is the pay that you make. It is not tax. For business name, you pay 3,200 approximately, but because there is something called portal where you process it, there's portal charge you make to the person who owns the portal, and then there is also a service charge for the person who is processing the annual return for you. So everything now runs up to 5,200 naira or 5,400 naira for 1 year for business name. For limited liability company, you pay 5,200 naira, and all the service charges and the portal use, everything will round up to uh, 9,500 or thereabout, depending on how the person wants to charge you. Now, for every year a company fails to pay annual return, the company goes into inactive status. When your annual return is up to date, your company status will read active. It will be green. Once you fail to pay, you have defaulted in payment, the system automatically makes your company to go into inactive status. What this means is that whenever you want to make that annual return payment, you are going to pay that 5,400 naira for business name, or that's 9,000 something, or 10,000 for limited, and equally you pay a default fee of 5,200 naira in addition. So if you have gone into inactive, if your company has gone into inactive, you are going to pay for business name 5,200 naira or 5,400 naira in addition to 5,200 naira a penalty, which means you are paying 10,600 or 10,400 naira instead of just paying 5,200. For company, you might be paying up to 15,000 or 14,000 because of the addition of penalty of 5,200 because you failed to pay when you are supposed to pay. Annual return calendar ends June 30th every year. Once June 30th every year, before or not before June 30th every year, if you fail to pay, once it gets to 1st of July, the inactive status will kick in immediately and the penalty will be applied whenever you want to file. Now look at the challenge you're going to have. Why you must pay. When you register or incorporate your business, you are not just doing it for fun. You mean business. Your business represents both you and your family and your future. You, as the proprietor of the business today, you will hand over the business to your children tomorrow. You can bring in partners into the business. You can expand the business scope. You can add new nature of business. You can move from real estate into oil and gas. You can move from general goods and merchandise into mining and construction. You understand? You can expand the nature of business. You can involve in transportation, haulage, cargo, oil lifting. You can even grow your business into investments, financial managers, consultancy. So you can change the nature of your business any day. You can bring in partner. You can expand your share. Your business, your limited company that is 1 million naira share, you can decide to increase the share from 1 million to 50 million, depending on the capacity of your business in order to draw contracts. Because when you're seeking a contract of like 500 million or 1 billion naira, I don't think you're going to go and submit a company that has 1 million naira share, who is the company that's just doing import and export. Your company must have a huge financial base or huge capital base, and must have shareholders, people, professionals, authorities who are part and parcel of the business as either as directors or as shareholders. This thing will give your company a very fat portfolio that when you go for contracts or for deals, when the company you're trying to close the business with is looking at your company portfolio, they will be assured that you came fit. You understand? So all these things can be changed. You can decide to change your company's address tomorrow. You can decide to change the director tomorrow, remove a director and another one. You can decide to change a secretary. You can decide to change shareholders. You can decide to move, transfer shares, transmit, surrender shares. You can decide to change a whole lot of things. You can decide to change persons with significant control in the company. People that make decisions, opinion, voting powers. You can decide to overhaul your business. You can decide to change the name of the company. You understand that the name you register, you can decide to change it to maybe to incorporate wider perspective, to give your company leverage. You can do all these things for an existing company, but you cannot do all these things I just mentioned when your company status is inactive. You must file annual returns, get the company back to active before you can perform these changes or amendments through what we call post-incorporation activities. Many of these CAC processors will just tell you, okay, I will register your business name with 20,000, 18,000, 25,000. There's no taxation involved. There's nothing. You just go and open bank account in the bank, and that's all. But I will tell you, as a friend, as a colleague, as somebody you've known, as a partner in business, that there are more to it, because you that's into business, you are futuristic. You are not static or just ending a business today. You think of tomorrow. I help you look at the perspective of tomorrow. That is why I am giving you this voice note. Now, there is this new development in company in CAC Company Act Management. Come on. There are many policies they are rolling out. They have rolled out incorporation of business from manual method to electronic method, from CTC to electronic copy of your certificate. No longer CAC no longer gives hard copy, or you go and collect hard copy and all that. Now I'll process your business. I'll send you your certificate, your status report, your MEMAT, process your association, send you your constitution and all that online virtually. Most of people I do incorporate their company, I have not seen them, I don't know them. Even if I see them on the road, I don't know them. They give me jobs almost on daily basis. I process their company based on my integrity and deliver the job to them. Now, government is bringing out acts and policies to identify companies whose status are inactive on CAC portal, because such companies, either that they are more than 10 years old, or that some of the directors or shareholders' identities are no longer traceable, or some are diseased and some are dead. So then some criminals will use such account to perpetrate evil, and when the government now checks the CAC, they will not find anybody to hold. One, the company is inactive. The people that form the entity are not traceable. So government is rolling out policies to curtail these criminalities. So they will soon bring, because they have proposed it. In fact, it's on newspapers, for banks to start checking the functionalities of business before issuing them business account or corporate account. So if you had registered your business maybe 3 years, 2 years ago, 10 years ago, and you now want to open corporate account or business account with it in the bank, very soon bank will tell you to go and activate your company to get it active before they can open a corporate account, because bank will always send your details to CBN or the bank controllers to approve your corporate account before it will be active. That thing that is called company search or corporate search. Now, when they now send it and they find out that your company is inactive, they'll return it back to the person, to the marketer that is processing it for you. They will now refer you to go and activate your company. Now, when you now come to activate your company, you will now see that you are 10 years behind in annual returns. You have to pay for business name, you pay 10,400 for 10 years. That's 100,000 something. For companies, you pay 15,000 or 14,000 every year. That's about 150,000. Now, I've done company registered around 1985 or 1987, that I did the annual return from 1980, so that date till 2021. The person paid me about 600,000 to do that. Now they wanted to use the company to pursue a contract, and the expatriate company or the foreign company they're trying to close business with checked their company status on CAC, and they found out that it's inactive. So they now told them that they cannot do business with such company that is not functional. So they now want to activate it in order to get the deal. They had to cover that amount of money, because I have to pay all the outstanding annual returns of 30 something years before the company can come back active on CAC portal, so that they can get the deal done. So imagine now, when you want to open just corporate account, and the bank say you should go and activate your company first, and you have to go and pay all the outstanding annual returns with penalties. It's going to cost you a lot of money. So there are many other angles that I would have loved to explain to you, but not to make this audio too long. I already know it's long. To shorten it, pay your company annual returns on time before it enters default. The right time to do that is now. It's today. For companies that I registered, I always carry my clients along, inform them so that they will know. If I've forgotten, maybe skip my mind, please contact me so that you file your annual returns. It is not taxation, it is a communication you make to CAC to tell them that your business is still functional, that they should keep it active. When you pay the annual return, they will give you acknowledgement letter. That acknowledgement letter means that they have received your annual returns, that they have received your notification that your company is still active or functional, and therefore they will retain the activeness of your company on their portal for public view. I think this is where I'll end. Thank you so much.